Hello and welcome to English Lessons with inlingua Vancouver. My name is Lester, and in this video I'm going to talk about though, although, even though. These are different ways that we can show that there's a contrasting element to two ideas. And we've got an example here. It tastes good, it's too expensive. So instead of using the word but, we could use any one of these three conjunctive expressions. And it works like this. We could put any of them at the beginning of the first clause, and so that looks like this. Though it tastes good, it's too expensive. Although it tastes good, it's too expensive. Even though it tastes good, it's too expensive. And they all work. They all show that contrasting feeling. You could also put them in between the two clauses here, still forming one sentence. So that would be, it tastes good, though it's too expensive. It tastes good, although it's too expensive. And it tastes good, even though it's too expensive. Why do we want to do this? Why don't we just use the word but? Well, there's a couple of reasons for that. One, you need to show for some reason that the contrast between these two ideas needs to really be stressed, and but is just not a strong enough word to do that for you. The other reason why you might want to use these expressions is that you're not speaking, you're writing. And when you're writing, you want to try to vary your language as much as possible, especially when you're using the idea of contrasting ideas. You don't want to rely on the word but over and over again. So the more ways you know how to do that, the better off you'll be. Though is a little bit different from the other two in that it can go at the end of the second clause. So in that case, you've got the first idea comes to the end of a sentence, and then the second sentence comments on it. So that looks like this. It tastes good. It's too expensive, though. Is there a difference between these three? Yeah, there is. You could say that even though would be used if you want to show the most stress on the idea of a contrast between these two ideas. Although has maybe a little bit less stress, and though would have the least stress on the idea of contrast. There's no hard and fast rule about that, but if you do think of it to make the choice in the moment, you can do that. Don't get confused. I've left a little note here for you about even if. Even if is often taught alongside even though, and some students come away thinking that they mean a similar thing. They don't. Even if means actually whether or not, and it's a conditional. So it works like this. Even if it works, he doesn't use it. Or even if it works, he won't use it. Even if it worked, he wouldn't use it. And finally, even if it had worked, he wouldn't have used it. These are all conditionals, and they're all unreal ideas. But we use even though, or the other two conjunctive expressions, to talk about something that is real. So be careful about that distinction. That's about all I have to say about though, although, and even though. Although I do hope you check out our remaining videos and leave a comment below. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, and see you in class.